We're staying in the o1_exploring.dwg file, and hopefully you've downloaded that locally and you're using that to follow along with the videos in this particular section. So we're still in our AutoCAD 2017 Essentials course and we're exploring the user interface. What we're going to look at now is how we change the workspace in AutoCAD 2017. Now, changing the workspace is a very, very useful tool because you work in a number of different environments when you're working in AutoCAD. You can work in a 2D environment, you can work in a 3D environment as well, creating 3D models and 3D drawings. And what AutoCAD has is this thing called workspaces that allows you to have a particular workspace for the particular environment in which you work. Now, workspaces can be switched on and off and toggled between. So you can work in a 2D workspace and then jump into a 3D workspace if you want to. So how do you get to these workspaces? Well, there are a number of default workspaces available to you in AutoCAD, and they're on the quick access toolbar at the top of the screen. So I'm just going to come up here. Now, because of the resolution of my screen, the quick access toolbar needs to be expanded a little here. So if I click there, you can see that there's my workspaces pull down right there like so. Now, if you don't have the workspaces pull down, if you click on the end of your quick access toolbar, there's a little sort of, looks like an eject symbol on a CD player. Click there and you can customize your quick access toolbar. And you'll notice that workspace there for me is ticked. So if I click there like that, that removes it. There's the eject symbol there. Click there. If I click workspace again, it's now ticked. And when I click on the end of it now, I've got the workspace little pull down menu there. So there's my workspaces. Now these are all different workspaces that allow me to work in my AutoCAD environment. So you can see we have drafting and annotation, we have 3D basics, we have 3D modeling, and so on. And as you can see there, I've also got the ones that have migrated through from AutoCAD 2015 as well. And you'll notice that you've got this migration here. Now this is what happens when you install a new version of AutoCAD. You can migrate your workspaces across from the older version to the newer version. And that's all those are there. So if you haven't got those migrated ones, don't worry. You should, however, have drafting and annotation, which is your 2D workspace. You've then got the 3D basics and the 3D modeling. You've also got some commands here that we'll look at in a minute. Now, the 3D basics, if I click on it, will take me into a basic 3D workspace that I use in a 3D environment. So you can see that I can create 3D masses like extrusions, revolves, lofts and sweeps. I can also draw lines and polygons. I still have the regular 2D commands. And you can see there that I've got a lot of 3D tools available to me. If I click on the flyer again and go to 3D modeling, which is the full 3D workspace for working on 3D models, you can see that the ribbon changes again. And that's what a workspace is. You're setting up a workspace for the environment in which you work. So if I'm doing a whole load of 3D modeling, that's the 3D modeling workspace that I would be in. If I want to go back to my 2D ribbon, I just select drafting and annotation, like so, and I go back to the regular ribbon, like so. So that's how they work, like that. And it's actually a really useful tool because it allows me to work within AutoCAD in the environment that I want to work in. Now, down in the bottom right corner of the screen on the status bar, you've also got the ability to change your workspaces here as well. Now, you'll notice they do go slightly off the bottom of the screen there, but you've still got the same list. So it's exactly the same menu, it's just in a different place on the screen, on the status bar there. And you press escape to lose that menu when you don't need it. So you just press escape on the keyboard. Now, one of the benefits you have is the ability to work with your panels on the ribbon, and you can use those sticky panels that I've mentioned previously. So what I might do is go to the drafting and annotation here, like so. Make sure I'm using drafting and annotation. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag my draw panel here into the drawing area. So if I drag that in, like so, there's my sticky panel, like that. Now I might want to set up a different workspace that has that draw panel in it, like so. So what I'll do, I'll go back to my workspaces. I can use the one on the quick access toolbar here, or the one down on the status bar, doesn't matter which. And what I'll do now is I'll save current as. And I get the option to save my workspace because I've made a change and I've got that sticky panel there. So I'm going to call this SCB, that's my initials, and then just 2D drafting. like that. And I'll save that. Now that saves that into my AutoCAD, and you'll notice now when I go up to my workspaces here, I'm in the SCB 2D drafting. So if I now go back to drafting and annotation, you'll notice that the sticky panel has gone and the draw panel is back up on the ribbon. If I now go back to my SCB 2D drafting in the list, the sticky panel is there floating in the drawing area. Now that's the benefit. You can alter your user interface and save it as a workspace. And that's the major benefit of workspaces in AutoCAD 2017. It allows you to customize your environment and your user interface to that particular environment in which you're working.